about the bunny? That's fine. Okay.
Chris Knight and Celso Delay are the sort of content creators YouTube was originally designed for.
Camera set.
For 6 years, they've been filming G News, their weekly news show for the LGBTQ community, from the living room of their San Francisco apartment.
This week on G News.
Drag queen hummus and satanic...
Chris directs, and his husband, Celso, presents with their friend Cameron Steele.
Out and about, legs up, and our crush of the week.
Get all your gay in just one day.
Right here on G News.
Good.
Do you want to read it once more?
No.
Okay.
Why is it important to make a gay news show?
I remember when I was growing up, I wouldn't see myself represented in Hallmark cards or in commercials. And so having inclusion and being considered a part of the community at large, it's valuable and it's important.
We got responses from kids in remote pockets of the country that are rural to say they discovered the show and they loved it and they didn't know that there was people out there like us.
G News is a labour of love. Their most popular videos get about 25,000 views at most, not enough to earn money from YouTube. Chris and Celso would buy Google Ads to build an audience for their content.
To get it in front of the eyeballs of the people that would be interested in it, we couldn't just depend on the organic thing of it. So advertising was key. July 17th is World Emoji Day.
But over the years, Google rejected many of their requests because of what it called shocking content in their news show. Google's ad policies state it won't allow videos like this or anything that promotes hatred, intolerance, discrimination, or violence. Frustrated, Chris and Celso recorded their conversation when they called customer service to appeal. Can I hear the phone call, the recording that you made of it?
Sure.
So please tell me, what is the shocking content? We have an article. What is the shocking content specifically?
I do see that the video has the sexuality content about the gays and everything.
That is your shocking content?
So yeah, it comes under shocking content, sir.
So it's been my ad has been disapproved because my show is about the LGBT community.
But sir, well, the major reason is about the gay thing, sir.
So,
Yeah.
there it is.
Celso and Chris complained to Google about how the call centre treated them. They say 2 execs reached out immediately to apologise and promised it wouldn't happen again. We asked Google to confirm that this conversation took place, but it declined to comment.
But it wasn't until 2016 that we finally got a pride flag.
In the months that followed, the G News team began to hear stories about other LGBTQ creators whose content was being age-restricted and demonetised on YouTube. They realised the problem with Google's algorithm could be bigger than just them.
Chris and Celso came by and they played for me a tape. And my jaw just dropped because it was like, aha, now I think I understand what's going on. The use of an algorithm to identify who the speaker is, not what the speaker's saying. Oh my God, that's unbelievable.
Peter Obstler is the lawyer representing Chris, Celso, and the 12 other LGBTQ plaintiffs in their lawsuit.
Let's see what I can do.
He has previously represented conservative YouTubers who also say that Google was unfairly censoring them.
If that algorithm is really telling people and making the initial decision based on who they are, even if it's only 25% of the decision, that is downright unlawful, it's downright fraudulent, and it's outright discrimination.
If it is the case that the algorithm is discriminating against YouTubers because of who they are and not the content they produce, why do you think that's happening?
When you have to control 95% of the world's video content and you have an ability to regulate, it's quite frankly much cheaper and much easier to regulate and to use your algorithms that have already collected personal data on people to make the decision based on that than it is to have a person actually sit down and make an informed judgment about whether or not the content is legit or not.
Is it not also the case that the bottom line depends on advertising and they are going to be wary of anything that could alienate advertisers and that they might think that anything that is proudly LGBTQ is by definition political in some way?
Right, but that's a decision the advertisers should make, not them. Right? You shouldn't say we're not eligible for all ads. For every company that doesn't want to support an LGBTQ content creator, there's probably 5 that want to do it.
Here we go.
Go. Yay!
We're live.
Go.
go to the comment page.
Bria Cam and Chrissy Chambers are the most high-profile plaintiffs in the class action.
You want to play some music?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
More than 1 million people subscribe to their channels. And their music, comedy, and self-help videos have been viewed hundreds of millions of times.
We love YouTube. We love the career that it allowed us to have. And I think back, when I was 13 and all the questions I had, is it normal to be gay? And fortunately now we have a platform like YouTube that allows everyone and anyone to have those questions answered. And for them to be silencing such an important question and in such an important time of somebody's life and audience, it is heartbreaking.
Bria and Chrissy used to live in Los Angeles as full-time YouTubers.
Hey everybody!
Now they have to try to make a living on other platforms because they say that Google's algorithm has been demonetizing and age-restricting even their most uncontroversial videos. Their core audience of young women can't find them.
How do you know that it's an algorithm that's making these decisions?
I mean, the way that it's so automatic, like if we're uploading a video and it'll be automatically demonetized, automatically age restricted. I know someone's not just sitting at their computer saying, oh, they've done it again. No content that we make is safe.
Especially when we were getting 100,000 views on a video and now we can barely get 10,000 views on a video, and we were making $4,000 a month and now we're making, if we're lucky, $400. So at this point, we're pretty much screwed. We've shot ourselves in the foot, I guess, by joining this lawsuit.
Since the complaint against YouTube was filed last August, Chrissy and Bria say things have gotten a lot worse for them.
So I pulled up our viewership starting January 1st, 2019, and here's a screenshot that you can look at dating all the way to January 6, 2020.
200,000, you're getting 200,000 views a day.
Yeah, on average. And then you can see we filed the lawsuit on August 14th.
Yeah, let's have a look.
And let's look at August 19th, 14th.
And ever since then?
You can see a massive drop in viewership. So our viewership has at least halved based on looking at
Ever since you filed the suit?
Ever since filing the suit.
YouTube declined to comment for this story beyond what it stated in court filings. In its motion to dismiss, Google argues that its policies apply equally to all creators and that it regularly reviews its content moderation decisions to fix any mistakes.
Why does this matter?
AI seems to be everywhere, and I don't see it going anywhere. And if it's a problem at this level with affecting people in this way on a platform that's this large, that's a big problem. The main part of their whole thing is their algorithm. If they can't get that straightened out, then how are you supposed to be able to even use AI in any other capacity?
So this is about a lot more than the LGBTQ community. This is about all of us.
Exactly. Humans versus algorithms.